Before God called you to full-time ministry, was there ever any other profession or career you considered pursuing?
Yeah, I didn't think about ministry until after college, after I graduated from F&M, or right near the end of my time at F&M. So I was a history and government major at Franklin and Marshall, and so I thought about a career in politics. But when it really came down to it, I had played and been a sports guy the whole way up through, played sports in high school and at F&M, and I really thought that I would end up teaching and coaching. I thought that I'd be a history teacher and coach football, coach baseball, and actually while I started in ministry here, I coached part-time at F&M for a few years, and I was actually the head baseball coach at Lancaster Bible College for 2 years back in the late 90s. We had terrible, terrible teams, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, teaching and coaching was something I thought about doing.
Oh, great. Dave?
Well, I think that ministry was always very, very much in the forefront of my mind because my father was a pastor. So I grew up in the church, and I grew up exposed to the church and to ministry. But I think in my early years, when I was a boy growing up, I wanted to, medicine. I wanted to be a doctor. And it's kind of frightening now when I ask Grace if she'd like for me to, do surgery. It's frightening. But because I'm a pediatrician that we had, Dr. Merrill. And but then I got into high school and I hit chemistry and Latin and did terrible. And I hated those courses. And so that kind of steered me away from that profession.
I was considering a doctorate in dismantling broken lights.
You passed your test.
I really, from early ages, was looking towards some kind of ministry, whether missions or pastoral work. So I would say no, but after I graduated from PBU and before I went for my master's, there was about 8 years where I taught driver ed behind the wheel. And so that was an interesting experience and enhanced my prayer life.